Congratulations, Onision. You identified someone who is just as shitty as you, who is basically the mirror image of you. Congratulations. Here's a YouTube trophy, since apparently that's what you want. Hey guys, Steve Charbridge here. So I said in the last video when I gave my thoughts on the JaclynGlenn social repost situation that I wanted to do a separate video on Onision because of course he had to rear his ugly head into this situation. So if you guys don't know, which I'm sure most of you know, the whole time Jaclyn and social repost were dating, Onision kept going after them, both of them, but he kept saying, you know, stuff about social repost. And me, like many others, you know, kind of just thought he was bullshitting and kind of just trying to start drama. But, surprisingly, you know, for once in his YouTube career, Onision was actually right about something. He was right. Social repost turned out to be an actual piece of shit after all. But the only problem is that Onision, Greg, whatever, you really have no room to talk considering, you know, you are you, and everyone knows what you are, I mean, like I said, social repost is basically a mirror image of you. He just does a better job of concealing his problems and the fact that he is a shitty person. You don't really try to conceal it at all. You're kind of just upfront about it. People know that you're a piece of shit. Like, it's universally known on YouTube that you are basically a piece of shit. I don't know how you still have a fan base or still have any fans left, but they gotta be some pretty young and impressionable fans. I mean, that's basically a majority of your fan base anyways. Not that's a surprise to anyone, but so I haven't watched anything. Ready to Glare, she said that the blog had posted something about him on YouNow or something, and he was reacting to everything. I guess he watched Jaclyn's video and everything. He was just reacting to all of this. And he was like laughing, and he was all giddy and everything, and he's basically been on Twitter and everything, just saying, "I told you so," and he wants an apology from Jaclyn, and it's all ridiculous, as usual. I mean, and I would be disturbed by Onision like laughing at this stuff, but you know what? It's Onision. It's Onision. He's a fucked up, disturbed person. He's a sociopath, He loves this stuff. He loves the drama. He loves the attention, which unfortunately I'm giving him a little bit now. So, Greg, you're welcome. Okay, I know I'm a pretty small channel, but I'm giving you something that you desperately crave, and that's attention. So, you're welcome. You can make your, thank you video later on. It doesn't have to be now. But you want an apology? First of all, Onision, no one owes you shit. Like, really, no one owes you shit, honestly. No one owes you anything. When you stop thinking that the world owes you something, believe me, life is a lot better. But yeah, Jaclyn doesn't owe you shit. She doesn't owe you an apology. She's fucking going through a rough time right now, okay? I would think that someone who was constantly making videos about them being depressed and them being, going through hard times and everything, I would think that someone would understand, but of course you don't, because I don't think you've been depressed a day in your life, but that's a whole other can of worms. Yeah, Jaclyn, she doesn't know you shit. She doesn't. And honestly, like Ready to Glare said, believe it or not, the world doesn't revolve around you, okay? Not everything is about you, okay? I know that you think that you're king shit and that you're God and everything, and that you are above everyone else. You think you're better than everyone else, and then you hate everyone but yourself. But believe it or not, yes, you are just like everyone else. You are a human being with flaws just like everyone else. So, fuck you. And you have no room to speak. You want to talk about how you drove your first wife, Sky? Yeah, Sky, remember her? You want to talk about how you drove her to depression and about how she had to get months and months and months of counseling and therapy just to get over it? You want to talk about how, not even after the divorce was finalized, you go and you get together with a 17-year-old, Shiloh? Remember her? How you got with a 17-year-old and stayed with her on and off for a year, fucked up her life, fucked her over multiple times, and then when she finally got away from your sorry ass, oh, and before that, you got with the 26-year-old Adrian, and it only lasted for 3 weeks because, oh, surprise, surprise, she's actually an adult, she's her own person, you can't manipulate her like you can the others. So that went nowhere, and you put on a whole smear campaign for every single one of your exes, Smear campaign for your first wife, Sky. Smear campaign for Adrian. Smear campaign for Shiloh. Despite the fact that, you know, and there's still some people out there that think that all of your exes are crazy, but the truth is that you are the fucked up one, you are the crazy one, you are the sociopath, you are the manipulator, you are the shitty person. Okay, and as far as, you know, as far as Shiloh goes, I'm not saying she's completely innocent either, okay, but she was a kid. She was a 17-year-old, 18-year-old kid who didn't know what she was getting into, didn't know what she was doing, and you manipulated her, and you knew exactly what you were doing every minute of that whole relationship. So you have no room to talk. Oh, and then you get with another 17-year-old, your current wife. You get your next child bride. You know, after all that shit with Shiloh ends, you know, you manipulate her away from her family, and then now you've got her in her arms. You've got her entirely dependent on you. And then you go and fuck her over and cheat on her with, you know, Billy and all, you know, and probably a few other people as well, you know. And then you try to make her, you try to make yourself look like the victim and all that. You try to blame her, you know, put her under the heat and everything. The amount of lives that you have fucked over, you have no room to talk, no room to talk. And oh yeah, the fact that you're a chronic cheater because some guy at 27, remember him? He did an interview with someone who went to high school with you, and he claimed to go to high school with you, and maybe it's bullshit, but you know what? I honestly wouldn't be surprised. This person said that in high school you were a chronic cheater, you were a constant cheater, and you could never come to terms with it, but you would get with one girl, get with her for a few weeks, dump her, then move on to the next one when you got bored of her. And you would go behind you know, people's backs constantly and screw them over. Just like Social posted to Jaclyn. You've done that so many times. I don't even know how many times you've probably done it, but you've done it plenty enough. And you've messed with people's lives, and you've fucked with people's lives. Shiloh, Sky, you know, Adrian, you tried to, but failed because, you know, she was an adult. She was a 26-year-old adult. Okay, you couldn't do that to her. So you have no room to talk. You have absolutely no room to talk. At all. After the amount of you know, backstabbing, cheating, you know, smear campaigns, all of that, you're a shitty person just like Social Repose. You two are perfect for each other. Maybe you two should hook up and like date or something, because you two would be perfect for each other, seriously. I mean, I can't really, that's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. No one owes you anything, no one owes you an apology. The only reason you're doing this is because your channel is truly dead. Your channel is truly dead. You are no longer that popular anymore. I mean, you're averaging, what, 50,000 views? 20 to 40 to 50,000 views. Maybe every once in a blue moon, maybe you'll get to 100,000. You know, you have almost 2 million subscribers on your Onision Speaks channel, but for some reason you can only average about 20 to 40,000 views. It's because people don't fucking care anymore. Because people have stopped watching. Because people know how much of a shitty person you are. And I'm sure there's probably some pretty young and impressionable kids out there who are fans of yours. There's probably about, you know, a few hundred who are actually fans of you. Some young impressionable kids and some, you know, fucktards out there who are actually fans of you. But I'm willing to bet that a good majority of your subscribers are only subscribed because they just want to see, you know, the turnout and the drama and everything and all the stupidity that you constantly spew from your fucking mouth. So yeah, no one owes you anything. You're dying. Your channel is dead. Your career is pretty much dead. I mean, it's as simple as that. Jaclyn doesn't owe you an apology. No one owes you shit. Okay, you can go on and keep on laughing and being a shitty person as usual, you know, because of this whole situation, but someone is fucking hurting, okay? Sure, you may have had your problems with Jaclyn in the past, and maybe both of you guys probably traded back insults, and maybe that wasn't the best way to do things, but whatever. Someone is fucking hurt, someone is hurting pretty badly right now. Maybe for once in your life, have some common decency, and just have a conscience, and maybe just back off for a little while. And then when things have you know, cooled down a little bit, then maybe try to get your beef out there or whatever. But to sit there and just laugh about this and get all giddy about it, dude, you are a fucking piece of shit. You are a fucking piece of sociopathic shit. fuck off. I think even your own wife disagrees, I want to say. Or at least that's what I heard. I think even your own wife disagrees with you. Honestly, you know what, at this point, I don't know who was worse, Social Repose or Onision. I never thought that someone would either dethrone or give him a run for his money for the king of douchebags on YouTube, but Social Repose has finally done it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Onision is the biggest hypocrite in the world right now. He is the absolute last person to be talking about, you know, apologies and, oh, I told you so. I told you he was a shitty person. Yeah, it takes one to know one, doesn't it? Oh, and by the way, something that I forgot to add, Social Repose, you said that you didn't think it was necessary for Jaclyn to bring up some of the details in that video. I don't think it was necessary for you to do what you did for the entire relationship and go behind her back and fuck around on her. I don't think that was really necessary either, don't you think? So fuck you too. But, anyways, that's pretty much it for this one. I was going to wait until this weekend to do this, but the next 3 days are just going to be filled with work, and I've got homework to do, so the next 3 days are going to be crazy busy, probably. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Let me know what you think, and I also want to add, Jaclyn apparently did watch my video that I did on the situation. She commented and stuff, and you know, I just want to say that, you know, Jaclyn, I appreciate you watching, you know, I really do. I'm glad that, you know, I got my message out to you and everything, and, you know, people do support you. There are a lot of people that have your back and everything. There are a lot of fans out there that have your back, and I'm sure that your family and your friends have your back too, so don't worry about any of this, okay? I guarantee you that you will get through this, you know, that you will be able to move on. I know, you know, it seems impossible right now, and honestly, I can't really say that I've been through the same, so I really can't imagine what this feels like, but I'm sure that you will be able to get through this, and I'm sure that you will be able to move on, and hopefully, I'm sure that you can find someone else, because you're a kind person, you're an intelligent person. I'm sure that, you know, there would be, you know, plenty of people that would, you know, that would love to have a chance with you, so, yeah. Oh, look at me, I'm just being a total fangirl, but yeah, anyways, yeah, that's it for this one, and yeah, so, yeah, I'll probably be back with more videos, later on, so, yeah, anyways, talk to you guys later, peace, and have a good day.